so strong enough.
Today I'm going to make cabbage rolls for the second time. I've only ever made them one time before, but I'm in the mood for cabbage rolls. And this episode or video or whatever you want to call it is dedicated to my niece Faith, and she will know why. I have a big head of cabbage here that I'm going to cut the leaves off, and of course, I'm going to try to roll them up, and I'm going to bring you with me when I do that. But I have some leftover onions, olives, green peppers, and mushrooms from the pizza that Wyatt and I made for Christmas. And if you watch my video on stuffed peppers, I had some hamburger left over from that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that to a little bit more. And of course, I don't even need to say it anymore. Onion and garlic, salt and pepper are going to go in there along with it. And I'm going to chop the rest of this stuff up too and put that in there so nothing goes to waste. I think the only thing that I'm going to do really different here is that I'm not a big tomato soup person, but I like tomato juice. So I canned this tomato juice this summer and for my tomatoes for my garden, and I'm going to use this instead. And I think it's going to be okay. I do. I think it's going to be all right. And if not, well, then I've learned my lesson for the next time I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was take my big head of cabbage, and I boiled it so that the leaves will be more pliable because I tried to do this before the first time without doing anything to it, and of course all the leaves just broke. So this way, I'm going to try it this way for the first time. And I'm just going to throw my other meat in with this meat and chop up my onion. Oh, I have to tell you guys. Oh, yes. Look at these. Oh, they're beautiful. My kids, my two boys, got together for Christmas and they bought me this beautiful new set of knives. I can't even tell you how happy I am to have these. I have struggled for many, many years with bad knives. And for the first time in a long time, I had to kind of think about what I was cutting, and it's like, oof, because I'm not used to having like super sharp knives. So I'm catching myself thinking, oof, I gotta be careful now. Nobody wants mom appendages for dinner. Always wash your food. And of course, I've got my bag over here, as always. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to chop this up. Oh, I can't believe how nice this chops. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you, Dylan and Wyatt. Thank you. I've never had a set of knives this nice before. Because usually mine are, the Wally World, the thrift store, stuff. And they kind of banded together and pitched in and got me a really nice set. And I am absolutely thrilled about it. I can't believe how easy this is. I might lose muscle mass over this. I don't have to push very hard. It just goes right through them. All right, so. And I'm not going to scoop this up like I do with my old knife. No. Like I said, I like my appendages, so we're just going to use a spidge to do that and throw it into the meat. It's like learning to be careful all over again. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to chop these up, mince them, whatever you want to call it. I forgot to de-stem this one. And I wasn't expecting these knives either. They just showed up yesterday at the door. I was like, what is this? I didn't order anything from Amazon. I didn't. And I opened it up and I was like, what? No way. I was like, Merry Christmas, Mom. I'm probably using the wrong knife for this, and there's probably somebody out there saying, no, don't do that, you're using the wrong knife. I don't know if I am, though. I don't know. Is this a chopping knife? I don't know. Whatever it is, I like it. Okay, I think that's good enough. And now, because it's easier, we're just going to mix this up with our hands. See, I was not prepared all the way. I had to go and wash my hands because I forgot my salt and pepper. All right, I think that's good. Okay. Everything's mixed up really, really well in the hamburger bowl. Now it's time for this thing. This, again, big head of cabbage. I'm going to take this little knife here, and it says to, can I peel that? Okay. Yeah, well, that one's no good. Maybe I cooked this a little too long. Oof. Maybe I got to get down to the other layers. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong or not. I'm going to cut this part right here where the stem ends and hopefully be able to peel this off. Sorry, I got like people parked outside my house here. I'm not quite sure why. So if you hear my dog bark, that's why. Okay, well that one's not too bad. Got that one off. And today I'm going to be using Nina. Nina is my 9-inch, or I'm sorry, my number 9 cast iron pan today to cook these in. Maybe if I just slide my hand inside of it, it'll come off and it won't tear. All right, 2. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Woohoo! I am making cabbage rolls. I can just get it started underneath my hand and then just slowly work my way around it. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Dr. Pimple Popper, when she's trying to get those things out of people. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be a big one. I don't think you're gonna work out. But what if I cut it? What if I just cut the whole bottom off? Does that help at all? Well, maybe not. I think I boiled it maybe just a little bit too long, because then I let it sit in the water for a while because I was going to need to handle it, but I didn't take it out. So, and then whatever I'm not going to use here, I'll either cut it all up and put it in a freezer bag and keep it for making hamburger cabbage soup, because I can that. So whatever I'm not going to use here, we'll use for hamburger cabbage soup to can later, or I'll put it in my soup stock bag there. I don't know yet. Haven't made up my mind yet what I'm doing. Okay, I think we're going to cut the bottom off again. Too bad. I think we're getting down here to some pretty small leaves, so I'm gonna leave this as it is, and I'm probably gonna just chop it up. And like I said, I haven't quite made up my mind yet, so I think I'm just gonna move it over to the other counter, and I'm gonna look at it for a minute and decide whether or not I want to put it into my soup stock bag, or if I want to save it for canned hamburger cabbage soup. You know what I've noticed in almost all my videos? That cupboard down there that I keep my cutting boards in is always open. I'm always leaving it open. Oh, I'm telling you, it's almost as bad as the kids not shutting the door when they're outside, when they go outside. Okay, so now I'm gonna start filling these. I'm gonna fill them. And then I'm gonna roll them up like they're supposed to be. I'm just gonna take a little bit of meat, maybe the size of a golf ball, maybe a little smaller, and roll. Right? Is that how you do it? And then just tuck the sides in like that, and then put them face down in the pan. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Pretty sure. All right, well, I got one done. I'll do one more. Here, I should move that so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, here's my piece of cabbage leaf. And I'm just gonna put it like kind of in the middle. Maybe tuck in the sides, and then give it a little roll, and then put it in the pan like that, so it'll stay. There, just like that. I'm gonna finish these up and I'll be back in a minute. So here they are. They all fit in Nina perfectly. I only had one leaf left over and it was tore anyway. So Nina fit all of them. Now I decided that I'm going to save this for hamburger cabbage soup, because tomorrow, I mean, we're definitely gonna have leftovers because it is just me and my husband. So I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna add my tomato juice to this. I did put a little bit more salt and pepper on top, but I'm gonna slowly add the tomato juice. Maybe in some little pockets here to try to fill it up as much as I can without overflowing it. Not sure what side dish I'm gonna have with this. Not quite sure. It's probably some kind of potato. Maybe a potato and maybe some carrots. I don't know. Nina's gonna go in the oven and she's gonna bake these up for us. You know, I do have some scalloped potatoes left over from the other night. Homemade scalloped potatoes. So I think maybe I'm going to put those on the side with this. I think it'll go really good together. All right, here we go. Cabbage rolls are done. And I was a little bit on the fence whether or not I really should have used the condensed canned tomato soup, or if I was going to be okay with the tomato juice. And I don't know yet. It's a little more watery than it would be with traditional tomato soup, but but we'll see as far as flavor goes. Flavor is definitely there. Not a problem at all. I would definitely use tomato juice again for this. The flavor is definitely in there. Well, folks, I hope you try this recipe. It's good. It is really good. A lot of people like this. I don't know why I never really made them before, but I have certainly started. My first go around with cabbage rolls was not an easy round. I got beat up a little bit, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try it a different way, and I did, and now I really like it, and it's kind of easier to do now. Like with anything, you know, the more you work at it, the easier it gets. So I think this might be a new staple in my house. Yeah. So, well, folks, that's a wrap for me. And go play with your own food.